Okay, that will do. So as we need to ensure the correct motivations, so it's good to think again on the meaning of the prayers of like taking refuge and generating bodhicitta, which we recited before. So just to reflecting on those meaning of those prayers, and we cultivating the proper motivations. So at the end or towards the end of our life, then really the true refuge or the protections is something that we have to find. Should be something we have to find or relying within ourselves, and so this is what the when we talk about taking refuge in three jewels and following all the instruction of the precepts relating to taking refuge. So all this is all about recognizing this true refuge, and protections, which is the lying within our mind, within ourselves, and so we have to it is something like if we make an effort now and in this practice, then we can really see its benefits. That towards the end of our life, then we can see its benefit in terms of the truly recognizing that there is something that we can rely upon, we can trust upon as our true refuge and protections.
대선에 치대바다 치코나 저거서 타제바 이제 사우더니 타제부서더니 이거는 뭐다 선은 대중에는 한 선도네 하고 대지 선도네 하고 배도가 대제 내가 리전 내가 롱할 때 세례래 세시보야 하전 담을 맞아 되는 시라 팽은 와 대는 맞아가지 내들라 팽도 만들 저거야 맞은 내가 심어 봐 맞은 내가 롤 내도 다네 펜수 싸니 맨게서 가서 쏘는 거 되는 리까지 셔 가서 뭐 거는 거로 내가 어진 코너선 담아될 걸 가요데 대중에는 단단히 손도나 야보야 돼 이네 야셔서 단단 간다 로야 손도야 되는데
So as said before, that at the end, there is really, when we, face the death, death impermanence, then there is, our how beautiful, how strong our body is, but it is of no use at all. And similarly, no matter how...
No beneficial.
Yes. No beneficials. And similarly, no matter how much friends we may possess, even at that time, even if we are surrounded by all our friends, but again they are of no benefit, no aid to us, and likewise the wealth and possessions that we may possess so are also of no benefit to us. So therefore, they really at that moment we can really understand. It becomes very clear that the only thing that can be of true benefit is something which is if you have a protection, something refuge, hope, something to rely on within our mind, within ourselves. So this is what it's all about when we engage. The purpose of engage in meditation on death impermanence, with if you are familiar with that meditation, there are a number of reasons, the three main reasons that you apply, that why death is inevitable, and then as an outcome of those reasons, then we have to come to kind of three definitive decisions, and so in this way, as an effect of such a death impermanence meditation, so which is something that right now we can do it. We have an opportunity to do it, and so this means right now. So we have something we can do to really to gain such realizations, and to realize the more. The deeper, more purpose or the meaning of the life, and so not only this, when we talk about this, the benefit of this meditation is not only in terms of its benefit at the time of death or beyond that, even during our lifetime, how sometimes when we don't engage our mind in such meditation practice, then what will happen is only we will be feeding our mind with all kind of various thoughts, disturbing thoughts, and which in fact is simply even at this time, during one's lifetime, it's only brings more disturbance, more the confusion in one's mind. So, whereas, however, if we direct our mind to such a meditation topic, so it does have, even in this immediate time frame, we'll find it is very it will help us to enhance peace and happiness in our mind.
다 저는 전에 돈에 아픈 데가 이제 저로서 릴 잡아 마시 로시아를 잡아 마시 녀라 잡아 마시 생기와 그 거짓됐다 내가 저가를 녀를 잡아 녀들 녀를 잡아 로시아는 로시아 잡아 릴 잡아면 릴다션 로냐지 세 대샤는 로 당한테 산다 용이 그래 그래 르 로제 냐라 차바면 와서 돈을 내가 르스 집에 세 신 배 신조만에 아프시지 롱디와 대리 가서 단단한 손도 잘 타고야 이게네요 알아 네 근데 자제야 잘 같은 를 나자지는 생 내비자고요 말이야 당 먼저 가지나 될 나자질래 나자 콜디 센티지 생 나자가 내비자인데 나도 유슈나 되는데 가봐 있나 그래서 근데 야 맞대 요새를 다 이럴 때 나사나대 요새를 색 내비 자고 말 예를 드니 내가 게세 자고 말해 다 되다 다 샹더서 기den데야 서서 롱을 샤이 다 내 샹더제 치치 기den데 있어서나 이제 드니 엄마 제시해봐 건드셔봐 다 사다 거라 다 컨디션 땡땡인 거다. 단단히 컨디션 뒤자더니 레라고 싫어야 돼. 이제 대지 서로성에네 갈래 로주 대지 로주 야보야 나 로주 야보 맞아 제토 로주 야보야 돼.
So so in another word, so when we talk about the lack of benefit or lack of any the ultimately there's no benefit of our this body and our possessions and all the worldly friends. So we're talking about then what the implication is that then we should try to overcome this at least a very strong attachment towards these towards our own bodies, towards wealth and friends and so forth. So what we find that as we ease this or reduce the attachment, then really it will kind of we find that it naturally brings this some sort of peace and joy and happiness within our mind. So so therefore we are also saying how sometimes it when we talk about the problems or the suffering in our life, it is not always more so than something which is physical, like for example, even if you have some a physical illness, but more than that, what that pain that this illness can bring in our life, but more than that, then we mentally worrying about, on top of that, we mentally worrying about that pain, then it is kind of that adds the more problem, more suffering in one's life, and so therefore,
one day, one physically suffering there, then you have the mind or the mind sending us
worrying.
Worry, mind sends the top there, mind no happy there, top there. Mind not there, just physical sickness there, mind not top. You worry with mind top, then more, then difficult. True. No, that now need Dhamma parties or not true. Less suffering coming, no mind not suffering. That important. Everybody coming, sickness, everybody coming. Really anything. Sickness coming, death coming, coming, some people say, oh, death coming, mind happy. Yeah. All go. Next life go already. Good condition here. Here, all there, here, not there. Their condition that left, but long distance, all long distance, this all condition, very long distance. Next life condition here. There you close you. Then you very happy that time. Yeah, they're here. Some have lots of money here, go holiday, very happy. They are really similar that, no problem. Then another that,
So the reality, we have to understand that, or recognize that the main purpose of our of following the spiritual practice, such as like taking refuge and whatever Dhamma spiritual practice or Dhamma practice that you do, that is to really combat the mental the cause of the problems or the sufferings in which lies within our mind. So which, as we were saying before, it actually is our when we talk about the hardship or suffering in our life, so it is not something which is external, but the more so than that, it is the we mentally add the more suffering on top of that by mentally worrying about that, and so therefore it is to really overcome that, or the benefit of Dharma is to overcoming that, and this is something that if we think about it, so we everyone has that the capacity to train their mind, and so in this way, as we will find that as we train our mind, and if our mind is habituated, whatever the mind is like habituated towards our something like towards a virtuous practice, and then the practice will become. We'll be able to do the practice, easily. So, and this is what we were saying, that how if we engage in practice now and then during our lifetime, and then so in this way, as we as we become more like habituated to the practice, then we won't have any difficulty in the applying the practice even at the time of our death, and so therefore we can be sure that even the experience of death can be also something peaceful and joyful.
Normal pesha go mare, but rata to mare. Pesha never cover, pesha on the Tajero. Wrong in a Lucia on a day to Jero. That carries them on the Chabati. Lucia like Chapa, near like Chabati. Near Chabaya, near the child, and the Dumale. Near Chapi, near La Pento, and the yellow never see him. Some more delay with that. And you get she got him. They told the Abu Gomo Ramata, Kaja Rama is in that's Choro Nova, Choro, the special girl might say Kaja Langus. That's one rat at the Coromaria. Nova Sam Magaji, Kick Magaji, and the Nova Mogis and Dogara. Kanga goes on at it. Such a day, such a Taje tell I may be chapa and more chapa lang, tell them more in there. Some teji chara the qualem they have worried.
So we should not be misunderstand this the teaching that we of the finding the teaching which says that we should not we should not relying on relying on our body and the wealth and the possession and so forth. That we are not saying that there is no value or there is no really usage or the benefit of all these things. So of course, there are these the body is important. So we are not saying that this the body is like worthless, or the wealth or the possession are worthless, or the friends are worthless. So really the key point in this when we find in the teaching, Buddhist teaching, is to what he's saying is that to not have attachment, or the desire, or craving for those things, those objects, and so this misunderstanding is quite common. Even like some people who make the comment to some Buddhist fellow that that you why you make money, as if you're Buddhist, you don't need money or something like that. So I would say if the Buddhist, if you don't have to eat food, wear clothes and don't need anything, maybe that such comment could be right. So, so therefore we're definitely not saying that there's no the benefit of all these material possessions. Of course, like even in especially when it's, talking about the country, the condition of the country, then of course the wealth, developing the wealth is very very essential for the welfare of the peoples. So so therefore it's always important that to understand that this where what we find in teaching is all about directing, relating to our own mind rather than to something external.
Yeah, there you go out and choose not Zimmer, get your money, Chabachur to get it. You must want chooses not fast chain, Zina Sanima to wait, and you get your money, there's a Kangala, Chabachur to it, there it are. Another garden, no, a little Chabachur, little Heleabo, you would do. It's done Chabachur to which is no go, Mare, the Mare chooses as head.
So in this regard, so this when we talk about the cultivating a sense of like a contentment, then contentment in our in relating to wealth and so forth. Again, we are not really saying that saying that in order to practice contentment that we should really throw away or get rid of all, give away all our wealth, and that is not the main thing. But the main thing is the focus is contentment has to be cultivated through overcoming, through minimizing the attachment towards the wealth, and so in this way, even when we talk about the benefit of the practice of contentment. So again, the benefit if contentment is supposed to bring the true sense of satisfaction and the peace within ourselves. So which is all can result or arise when we overcome or reduce the attachment and the amount of desire within our mind. So that's just the side tracks, and which always happens because many of we have been known for over many years. So sometimes whatever something comes in my mind which I see as something relevant or beneficial, so I happen to share that with you. So however, we now better continue with the teachings.
Da ju jin ne la na me ba yo ta ba lo bi xian ju de de lo bi xian ju jin de nyam ba do ba chen so ja wa ja wa sen je thon che to mo gi sen je thon che de sen je thon che la mi bi che de sen je da gi jo de ta che de sa lo be do shi ta ti ba ji se ya ye te ta ye bi de ba li ji ti sing de.
So those of you who have the text, the Lam Rim text, so last week, so we finished at this sentence which goes thus it is not the case that all these rather I too shall reach total total perfections in utterly unsurpassed, perfect and complete enlightenments. So with joyous perseverance in common with all living beings and joyous perseverance, focus upon all living beings, I too shall seek and strive for enlightenment. So we stop there. And then the text continue with this. The praise of infinite qualities also says, even some who have earlier obtained the state of Sugatas previously fell to states much lower than these ones. So thinking thus, and in order to inspire us, so you did not disparage yourself even when you fell into dreadful conditions. To disparage oneself is wrong, causing those with well-developed faculties to become discouraged. lo cheza la ba nga ba zo so ji gre shin den me ma ma je ma she den to an ja de to a she chi da ni to a she chi se de ni nyo ba da nyo ba tu chen yong se da de ni ge nyo nga wa de da nyo nga wa nyo nga wa chi ja de nyo ta ba nyo nga wa de ni tu chen yong ne ga ti chen yong de ni yo da ni de yo ta ni se de se je zo lo la ba de yo da su ji ni je ge shin ne ora dani la che memba manje ba zhuang ji shi memba manje ba zhuang ji ne ne de 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 ta de ji ga se de yang de ta tian de la da la memba ma ta ji sa ji da la memba ta mri bi ta shi de mri bi jin ze tin she de ni she ta da ya ora yan de ji de ji de sin de ta na so So this, in this, if you look into the meaning of this passage from the praise of infinite qualities, so what we find is essentially to some sort of reflections which we should do in order to inspire ourselves and to at the when we face any hardship, any very difficult situations. So because if we do not inspire, do not at that such moment do not motivate or the uplift our mental spirit, then we would if we do not do that, then we would fall into this like a discouragement. We will will become discouraged and then will easily give up. So, however, so in this passage, so it's talking about the how we look at all the past Tathagatas or past Buddhas, how the way they were able to reach to that final state of supreme enlightenment is because in the past, how they too, when they were on the path, they too face, this is just to, so we have to think in the same way that how they too, on the path, they face great such a hardship, great difficulty, but however, when they face the hard difficulty, they never lost. They never lost their spirit, their courage. Rather, they uplift their they become more determined by thinking about their aspirations, about the benefit of fulfilling their aspirations to reach the supreme enlightenment. So in this way, if it is saying that we reflect the same, and in this way we do not disparage ourselves or let ourselves down in the face of the hardship. No.
Member Mariba, Shiva, Tawa, Shiba, Chiba La, Shiba Mariba, Dala, Member Mariba, Shiva, Tash, and then Lola may be Tevada, Shira, Umba Tawa, Shiba Jiba La, the Lash, the top, the Tapana shape, top, Shiva Tashim and there is a Lord Division and Lord Gomas and Tenigatan, Lola Mivata, Tavas and Shira Teni Umba Tawa, is the Shiva Gila, the Patapan, the Chase, Shiva Shia, 10 years. Yeah.
So when it says to disparage that in that passage, to disparage oneself is wrong, and then it gives the reason why, because causing those with causing, so if you disparage, then we will be causing those with well-developed faculties. So it's in causing all our well-developed, like for example, well-developed virtue or our faith in the virtues to become discouraged. So in a sense, we losing our courage to develop those virtues or the faith or the virtues.
Da Shiva Shia Tang said that she Kwana Len, Shiva Shia, take a station. Kwana Len, Kwan many Shiva Shetini, Kwan many Shiva Shia in year later, Shiva Shia, that then is a color son on that. That's so Jivan, then going to the color rare, that's working yes, quite less. It's a television, Shiva Shia, teaching the audience. And Shiva Shia, Daniel, Sojan Taye, Taye she's, and never Jesus and Jenny Sheppies, then the color that, Milanda, Sheppy, Longe, yet Taye, the Badon, then she got Taye Bane, Quageba. Lepo Kone, Tene, rotated the Bana, Shivasha, Injis, telling the Tang. Tang Enera, the me, Soja does the Chasuna Chill calling water. That Chasuna Chill, that tells her routine, she go over the mayor, isn't it? Shivachi and rested, and then pay happened the one the name was at Daya.
And so. And then from the next paragraph, which when it says, as to these discouragements, so this really continues the further explaining the meaning of that previous line where it says, like to disparage oneself is wrong, causing those with well-developed faculties. That means to causing even those who have well-developed a lot of virtues and faith to become discouraged. So now they continue with the further explanation where when it says here, as to this discouragement, since a Buddha's good qualities are infinite and result follow from causes, so you must accomplish good qualities and remove faults through limitless avenues, so while on the path. So after you have understood this well, you may become discouraged when you then take a look at yourself. So here, a person who is in such a danger of getting discouraged is really referring to someone who have developed a fair good understandings of the entire path to what one should do, what is required for one to do in order to achieve the complete enlightenment. So as it's clearly mentioned here, see how as a Buddha's good qualities are infinite, and then understanding that, and the result follow from causes. So understanding that such, even though the qualities of Buddhas are infinite, so this means that this kind of follows that then we have to create the infinite causes. So you must accomplish all good qualities and in order to accomplish all the infinite good qualities. So that means you have to remove all these good qualities. So therefore, is referring to the someone to as an advice to overcome the discouragement, cause of discouragement for someone who have developed such the whole the stages of the path to enlightenment.
So ta ko de so son te sen de ta shu ba chen ge de shu ba ma chen de man zo zo na re ta a so je da sha ja ba te chi sa so ja re me na ba de so ja re den ta ka sa ni sa so ja re chen so la nga Singapore ba ja chi ni de ke ma re se me de fe mo de si Shambhati Sojare, and Tenigata Manabati so jagger, though you say you got the Yajampati so jagger, and Maria said, then sell Jijima and fell with them more one indeed. Kicked in a Korea, kid them was a garo. So Giala said Jijan Dogger and Majaraji. But Shambhati so Jan Kakayo, that's the Badisano. Gunda Saja says the Lord in Batichi Kunoja. The Kuno, Kati Kunoji. Rata, Tenin, thus on Tenis, Manzo Zona, that's what just I have. Send her in Sujet Hogi and Yakaji. Send her on Sujet Hogi. And let our window Shangri. That's on Ted, that's on Ted water. That I should want Michelle Zuta, and I thought, yes, that. then Zota, no, then get that is, then can be done, and Lola, Manemiga, Yambarava. Yeah, then I thought Manja, you thought Majas, Logic and Rosala, and London, Yapa, Manepi, Makoba, Tato, Tato, Yejo, Rongilata, Malopi, La, Rava Shingi, and Leba Yedes, Nolela, Tubana, Lonja, Jenna, Gonji. Rara Debbie, little Sonja, Revat then I know that's all. Guinea, Seni, Leva, Boa, no, you shall rose, that tells us. Very happy to do that. That one then.
So, they continue with the text. So if I start again this, so as to the discouragement, so since the Buddha's good qualities are infinite and result follow from follow from causes, so you must accomplish good qualities and remove fault through limitless avenues while on the path. So after you have understood this well, so you may become discouraged when you then take a look at yourself. So in this is, as just said before, is clearly a person who gets discouraged is clearly referring to someone who have a real, true good understanding, complete understanding of how to achieve what involved to in order to achieve the complete complete enlightenment. So as you say, after you have understood this well. So this means that when we think of ourselves, so many of us we don't fit in that, where it says somebody who get discouragements, because we do not get discouraged. This what is as mentioned here, because we do not have there is no cause for us to get discouraged, because we have no good understanding of the amount of the work that's needed to achieve the to enlightenment. So it's after you have understood this well, so you may become discouraged. So when you then take a look at yourself, so this is when, after you thoroughly or fully understanding the whole structure of achieving complete enlightenment, and then when you now take that upon yourself to fit into that structure and to follow that path, then this is where then there is a danger of getting discouraged. And then continue. However, so this particular discouragement will never arise at a time like the present, when an erroneous understanding of the path is in operations. So it's clearly mentioned here the cause why for a lot of us, there is no we do not we don't fit in the person who was referred to here as someone who gets discouraged. So now, when practicing to attain the limitless Buddha's qualities, so you suppose that they are achieved by one-sidedly perceiving just a single small portion of a quality and intensely working on it. So this further points out where there is the misunderstanding that that which exists, and then how in that misunderstanding then people how there is they do not get discouragement. So rather they think that they are on the right path and they can achieve the complete enlightenment. Just as how we hear sometimes people here saying that they believe that if they could complete the 100,000 of the prostrations, they might achieve enlightenment, or complete certain 100,000 of the Vajrasattva's meditation practice, or the the 100 syllable mantras, and so there is a notion that that then you can achieve the enlightenment or reach the state of Buddhahood. So this is almost like, you can reach the state of Buddhahood in a 1 year, because we can, accumulate, 100,000, prostration in a year. So, so then it says, yet in this case, so you are not getting discouraged, is not a good sign. So it clearly says here, the fact that why we do not get discouraged. So in our case, so it's not a good sign. So rather, it is a result of your not being certain about how to proceed on the path, or having a rough understanding but not putting it into practice. So you are confused by its apparent ease.
다 살아야 샤니 좋지. 라라라 마지막에 전주 세비 셰바 까와지는 남편진의 매를 나와 순이 쉬바 저지는 모용 다다지 레보 송송아 롬매비 쉬바도 체세다 체다 세비 진짜 사천만도 됐어. 레바 송아 쉬바도 체세 윤예 수대 shade meba yin, shade meba yodaba la sen, yodaba demba res, ten shung de ta ten rosa son ta de tobi ta la shu ba gomba shi. To ya soja la ten shu ba chi yung de wa, ta de tobi ta la sen de.
So to continue with the reading. So when you come up against the practice and receive an explanation of a fairly complete outline of the path, to roughly arrange from beginning to end, so you say, if that much is needed, who could do it, and thoroughly give it up. So also, so that last line indicates the how person, how a person with the complete understanding of the complete outline of the path can get a discouragement. And then also Sharava said, for bodhisattvas who have not engaged in practice, all the all the bodhisattvas' deeds seems easy. So like looking at a target for arrows, and they do not even get discouraged. So at present, we lack a complete practice of the teaching, so we have not even reached the level at which we would have discouragement or self-contempt. When we more fully appropriate the teachings, then there is great danger of discouragement and self-contempt.
토자를 된 시바지 이유되어서 토자 수제세대 예전 타이버리 네 손으로 돈이 그런 게 아니라 저도나 신이 다 되와 타라다 수제서를 탄데 그거든 타라는 토비 타라치도 시바가 받으려다야
So then this is quite true. Then this finished the cause of the discouragements, with regard to the goal, that is the state of Buddhahood as the goal. And when we understand that what is that the complete enlightenment means, it means the state which is endowed with infinite excellent qualities, and then to understand goal is that, and then to reach the goal, what when we think about that, then there is that we may get discouraged. Now the goes to this next heading, stopping discouragement about the means to attain the goal. Now when we may get discouraged by thinking on the means or the path to attain the goal. So it start with the column, to accomplish Buddhahood. So you have to give away your feet, hands, etc. But I am not capable of such feats.
That's it.
So as it says, to accomplish Buddhahood, so you have to give away your feet, hands, etc. But I'm not capable of such feet. So by thinking on this, what sacrifice we have to make in order to, such as even to, give away our feet, hands, and so forth, and then thinking of this, then one getting discouraged by thinking, I'm not capable of such feat. So for this reply, the text continues. So you must bear suffering to that extent for even those who live as they please, without engaging in Bodhisattva's deeds. So referring to, give us this something to think on this, the fact that how, even if we do not engage in the Bodhisattva's deeds, Bodhisattva's deeds of like such as the Bodhisattva's deed of giving, so which is the giving becomes Bodhisattva deeds when it is conjoined with the Bodhicitta mind, for example, and so to do that deeds, if we get discouraged because, to fulfill that deeds, then we have to, give away our, the organs, part of the body, so forth. And then now it takes saying that, so even if you must bear in your mind that even if we don't engage in such a Bodhisattva's deeds, and as he says, for even those who live as they please, like us, just living the life the way we want it, not worrying about any things, without engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed. So it says, experience as they pass through cyclic existence, unspeakable sufferings. So even we choose that path, where not following Bodhisattva's deeds, but just live the life the way we wanted to. So even in that experience, we, as it says, in that experience where we, live in cyclic existence, we experience unspeakable suffering, such as having their bodies cut open, torn to pieces, stabbed, set on fire, and so forth. But they do not accomplish even their own welfares. So this is something that we, even we don't do that, it is something that we, when we live in the, when we are subject to this, our life in cycle existence, we cannot, such suffering are quite inevitable, even if we look at in this world, you can see how there are so many, cases of where even people... No.
Roger ten big gibayo chase that's on tetu. Teneda sono tetu, shonju de kashe, that's that toboyaro. Right, sono tetu, shonju the kashe, Dungana, Dungang Amale, Chashis on you met, Roger ten baby, giba chase. Right. I say, shonju de another sheva, wrong, then Jay and Doga. 야 제년 새 제수 로그램을 제일 정리해서 손 대도도 아선 개발이 제 셔대스 다되는 거 신주류들
so just reminding us how even anyway we even if we don't engage in such bodhisattva states, we fall into the as a victims of being stabbed, being killed, and so, and there is such the unspeakable undergo such unspeakable sufferings. And then Gosum says that the text says here, the suffering occasioned by undergoing hardship for the sake of enlightenment is not even a fraction of these sufferings. So in fact, when we compare the kind of the amount of suffering that we undergo in this cyclic existence, in this worldly existence, to this some sort of suffering, that a difficulty that we experience in following the bodhisattva's deeds, then it's saying it's only the suffering there, the suffering that we face in the we experience the bodhisattva's deeds is only a fraction. It says only a fraction of this suffering. Fraction of suffering that we find we are subject to in this cyclic existence, and then this also says the so forth but they do not accomplish even their own welfare. So that was on the end of the previous sentence. So how despite all the suffering, the hardship that we go through in our life, but we do not even, let alone we able to extend benefit to others, even we do not able to achieve our own purpose, our own welfares, and then the fraction of suffering, and also has the great purpose of accomplishing both. So this one, so the suffering occasioned by undergoing hardship for the sake of enlightenment is not even a fraction of this suffering, and also has a great purpose of accomplishing both your own and others' welfare. So by thinking on this line, that even though in the bodhisattva's practice, that the suffering that we experience is only resembles a fraction of suffering that we experience in cyclic existence, but yet that as a result of accomplishing all our own purpose, and also the achieving the purpose, the welfare of all other beings. So in this way,
that's in the Jati, that's in Europe. With the Kola Lasoba, Togi Danachi, and Gishanas, and Jidon Yuacha, Majima Mumbi, Danachi, Jiba says, Kawa Tome, Kawa Sheva Tome, Leto Tamachi, but you said that Shenji Shunju Toba Majoros. Dog Shunju Jamala, Juman doesn't say it, Juman doesn't say it, but you don't say it. Juman doesn't say it. Juman say it is Shunga Kulare Musashes, Shunga Kula Netsashi, Netsashi, Lima Tony, Junga. Member Kijojan, Soja, Madewana, Neme, say, Jumachida, Mobatas, Joshi Madechida, Chunga say, she's at she. That they might send her a youth, the man dead.
Yes. And then there's a quote from the engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds says, which summarize what we have been, what was discussed before. But it frightened me that I must give away my feet, hands, and the like. So without distinguishing heavy suffering from light, confusion reduces me to fear. So for countless tens of millions of aeons, I will be cut, stabbed, burned, and torn asunder numerous times, so without thereby attaining enlightenment. So this suffering which brings about my enlightenment does have a limit. It is like undergoing the pain of an incision to excise an injurious internal disease. So all doctors eliminate illness through forms of discomfort which heal it. Thus I will bear a little discomfort to destroy numerous sufferings. And then they continue. So some, with respect to giving away your body, so you do not give it in the beginning when you are afraid, but through graduated training in generosities, so you end your attachment to your body. So once you have increased the strength of your great compassions, so you have no difficulties when you give it away, provided it is for a great purpose.
choga shadon jombo is ne say choga a주 설전 jom보와 내제 밤에 진짜 소한제 내 첨보를 당연히 가서 녀모면 내 첨보를 녀모서이 cho가 아주 cho가 녀모래 멤버를 얘기 내서이 cho가 저 잡고요 멤버 쪽에 제가 만제지 cho가 shadon jombo is 내제 밤에 진짜 소한제 세마라서 점바라 데비 토마체도 요한제스 대라거나 신내는 렌제롱기 샤에 동스 대다대 매바쪽에 초가도 만제 말레스 내제 밤에 소한제 말레스 초대 세마라서 점바라용스 데비 토마체다 대레토메 도벌다 베제라 좀 세마라 전에 이제니 점바라 다 레비가 다 토마제네 근데 봐 요한제 그래서 정말 리동면들다 저마도 주주리 동네만 세대 대마도 갈래 동 대다 거나 신이나人家 롱이 상에 동 대단다들 어제 롱에 릴라나 최소代表性的 러시아바 대체 샤라소 동와 대라가 지시에 대다 단다되다 같이네서 진짜 뭐를 지지 되는데 대학원들 대체 롱에 릴라나 최소 다이 러시아바 대체 샤라소 동와 대라가 지시에 아테네 같이 봤어요.
And so the hang on, where is it? So the text continue. So once you have increased the strength of your great compassion, so you have no difficulty when you give it away, provided it is for a great purpose. So engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed states, the Supreme Physicians does not employ ordinary remedies such as those. So he heals limitless chronic disease with the most gentle treatments. So at the beginning, the guide enjoins you to give vegetables and so forth. Later, after you are used to these, so you gradually offer even your flesh. So once I come to conceive of my body as being like a vegetable and so forth, what difficulty will there be in giving away such thing as my flesh? So this also the summarize how the practice of the one have to engage in the practice of the generosity or givings through stage by stage. So so initially, so the point is just to say that to imply to one that even the practice when the giving of even one's own body or the flesh is there's no need for one to get discouraged. So because it is saying that generosity practice, in engaging generous practice, one is not expected to give away all those like flesh right in the beginning, but rather initially one trained to give away something very small, something which is within one's own capacity. It can be just giving away food or some small part of vegetables and so forth.
Sema laso chunde yamba la lembi lemba sui chunde toma teli shonze tene tene kone shine na renje ro shang tong da tene rongi le da chesu tebi mo da te ha ko da de la kachi ge ne seng de pa de she be shin ta ba la le so tong ge bi dwa she chin dwa she de ka she 샤가이 로모 세와는 윤디지 레바카데스 같이 되는 생들 바로 집에 태바세데 레소도 또 기피 병화생을 병화시 시제 샤가이 로렌디스 메샤메 되는다 레바가 노데스 샤가이 데시시 이래라 똥 먹이라 하잖아 리토알 셰 또 까버들 마토스라서 이다 대디 마셔서야 맞지 마토스라 샤가에 데시시 릴라 마토라스 참마소 때와도 자와 셔더 라이체 동아인비셔 다 본다 네네 로데비션 나라 나 시바가 봤다래.
And then the it says here, some say that since practitioners of the perfection vehicle must give away their bodies and lives, so they undergo torment and are on a path that is very difficult to follow. So this text clearly refute this, because you do not give away your body so long as you perceive it to be a difficult deed, but rather do so once it becomes very easy, like giving vegetables. So, the emphasize here that when we engage in the practice of giving, so what we give is something which is within our own capacities. So and this, in reply to someone questions, saying that is the that perfection, that the practitioner of perfection vehicle must give away their body and lives, so they undergo torment and so and our own path that is very difficult to follow. So there is that question, the perfection of vehicle path requires such a sacrifice of one's, giving out one's body, and so therefore, if somebody make refuse to follow that path on the ground that is too hard. So in fact, the text is, as he said, this text clearly refute this. So text even in fact said this is actually not the case, because you do not give away your body so long as you perceive it to be difficult. So if it's something too difficult, something beyond one's capacity, then actually it is recommended, it is advised not to do that. So, but rather, as he says, rather do so once it's become very easy, like giving of a vegetable. So rather, one start with giving something small, and then to develop one's practice of giving by giving something even bigger objects.
다 로드비 내라지 내지고라 내지고라 콜라테네 테네 슈바가바레스 가바나세 소제자바는 코아시아와 타이바로니 셰길하스 그래네 제징한도 용마 제니 용마네 가바요라 제 뭐지 들어가서 용마 용마 되어서 다 내지 계속 로사데 다네 내 거의 진 용마지 내비셔 다 됐대 용마지 내비 대답하지 문이소냐나 다진 내라고 다 소제터 발라 되는 화 뭐지 컨트롤 거지 제가 내네 다전에 때지고 용어마 때 뭐지는 대대가 영화 주산 다 대용사면 됐는데 네 다선 대다 대전 거의 영화지지 내비 대답은 문이소냐나서 다데 다라 대상에는 소시든 과시하래 비쇼세 깨잖아요. 다이나 쇼세제 디바봉이 절로비가 네번 소화등화 문질라스 내가 등에는 내야봉 어디서 도그죠. 쇼세 저주사만의 디바봉이는 절로비가 네번 소화등화 용 디빈 네번을 등화라 소화등화데 문질라스 코아로진 매바 자마타부 또베 땡비스 라 로지 자마타고 땡비가 또비가 답도 시라 땡보 땡비하다 살아 등화매지스 이다다 레다다 그런다 신전자셔 레셋네 대예제다.
So given that their physical and mental bliss increases, so they have no reason to become disheartened, even though they are still in cyclic existence. So, and then engaging in the Bodhisattva's deed says, since sin is eliminated, there is no suffering. So through knowledge, there is no lack of joy. Misconception and sin harm the mind and body. So through merit, the body is blissful. Through knowledge, the mind is too. Through remaining in cycle existing for others' welfare, and why should the compassionate one be disheartened? And also thus after mounting the state of enlightened spirit which dispels all dejection and fatigue. So you proceed from joy to joy. So what sensible person would become discouraged?
Kibina said there, Kibadilla, Ishi soul, Seno Jog, Lady Hanged, Ishi soul, I said there. Yet then call nature, Nije, Jetta, Jetta, Jishita, can show a card, show a Mendus. And then show you, tell her, show, Kasavi, show you, send Tashini. Then there was a draw, says such as in the jelly, that by that is that Shagger said, Kunlaman, that was what and the card very happened there. Tell us, young, because say, show you, send your Tashini, then there are draw la, says she, then jelly. When I say, Yabashi, she gets a jelly. Shenju says she in Italy, Shenjavalaga, mother, Shenju said Italian, then they are drawers. Then I don't get that. He died. Jampe Sombalang, son to know, I haven't do that. He just remains, Ribisha, Jelly, Tatibadi, Tishakari.
So the quote which read before, thus, after mounting the steed of the enlightenment spirit, which dispels all dejections and fatigue, so you proceed from joy to joy, what sensible person would become discouraged? So in fact, this is frequently even in His Holiness Dalai Lamas, the quote these, and also it is quoted frequently by the Lam Rim Rinpoches. And so these words, the meaning of these words is a great source of the inspirations for to maintain or to retain one's bodhicitta mind, and like how saying how with the because of the bodhicitta mind and with the when bodhisattvas while engaged, even while to reincarnate or take rebirth in the worldly existence, but only their whatever they do, action they do is only become a cause to accumulate merit and as well as the wisdoms, and so therefore as well as the whatever what they go through in the path. In the path is also only a joy. So that's what it says here. You proceed from joy to joy, and so therefore, as says here, what sensible person would become discouraged? So.
Lotto in Lama Nomada, dances in a ticket in it, a sagging was leg, departing, legging one leg. Then, Sanojan so taken, lead down, Ishi so taken, said young dukes. Depashana, the one with them, Depapone, Sanoshana, dying with us, start taking anyone who's on the way. I put plenty on the Donna Depapon, Gava dressing that Depapona, the one you say out my dressing. Says then, Linda Mlater. Sano Shana, lead the young race, Gashan, lead the young race, and they get there, Linda Mla, it's less on Togara. The Lichi ever at any Depapon la Pacha heading. Then Garden, a session leg, Garden, Sasa David the other druggies. Debashana, so the Mandep, you want to check it out. Many take some to consideration. You can't go my line, but Debashana, Diba Tingachi, never Dunga, Man Dunga Mundesi, Diba Mashi Asuna. Gavas and again never die, Ma Gad Denkeshi. Is a Ala Dea Deke, Gad just Tenilote conditionado. Yapong and lesson. Awesome did that. Yaman don't do me. Yes, amazing. That is the teapot, never teapot, Mabala, a Mabala, Hoy George, Yeshuba, Mashates, that is it. Yamual and Kwana, she bought that watch. That Timo Negas, that is she got.
So just referring to that the previous one verse which I read before, which read the since sin is eliminated, there is no sufferings. So through knowledge, there is no lack of joy. So misconception and sin harm the mind and body. So this, in essence, saying that all the suffering that we find in our life, these are we have to recognize this as the result or the outcome of us, creating or accumulating a sinful or actions, sinful actions. So therefore, on the contrary, how if we work to put an effort to overcome these such a sinful actions, then we then we don't have to. Then we won't be inflicted with the sufferings, and then through merit, the body is blissful. Through knowledge, the mind is true. So here, strong the merit or the virtue. So which is the main cause for achieving happiness and joy. So again, so it's essentially. So we understand here it gives us an advice or to instruction that we must, since we do not want suffering. So the advice is to motivate, to encourage ourselves to abandon these sinful or negative actions, and since we want to have more happiness and joy in the life, and then we should create that its cause, that is the accumulating merit or virtues. Lost.
Tend say something. So in a drug carry my tate and then what she's one. So in a drug is a part talk getting in it. Drug is a carry. In a talk is a carry. In a talk is there. Do not. In a drug is another the other. In a treasure, do not do vala, hard to go teach a divato. And then the other driver cargo teachers and gather. They are good, they are inside. Do not go into us as I am. It's a taste something in it, in a circle, in a distance that changing the regency, sending in and zip to do. A choro dad, then gets dad, then send go das. Choro Duma Made, Dipapo Guras. Divapo shows about Divapo is Duma Mess last one. Chita Ruj Jamata Bashir, Yaji Dumaya Maris, so Tashi Niji wonder. So Senu Soton, Lake Duma said, so he shakes Soton, said Duma said, right, take that is a Senu Son is you can dress it. They shake Soton, chicken dress it, come at well. Really, what do you need? Really, what do you need? Really, you need happiness. Really, you need happiness. What do you do? You do in which parties? You not really you not need. sabri. No need sabri, what road? Sabri cut you negative. Negative, just throw. No keep, throw. I say, no keep here, keep beauty. Good mind keep here, rubbish mind go. Really, rubbish mind are really life, very harm, really negative mind. Too much negative mind here, anger or jealous, anything, frightened here. All the happiness here, nothing. They all got happiness coming. All got negative mind here coming. Happiness no room. Happiness very room. All inside rubbish and rubbish. Inside, no good one, no room. You solo don't, just good one. Rubbish go. Then here very clean, really here. Not disturbed. All good mind here. Then slow, then come. Then you completely happy. No, really, never not really happy. Then you really what I say, nothing. Here, very. Yeah,
Okay, maybe bring in tea.